5 Limpopo pupils arrested in connection with the murder of 28-year-old Thoriso Themane are expected to appear in the Polokwane Magistrate Court on Thursday. Themane was assaulted and dragged by a group of pupils through the suburb of Flora Park over the weekend. Video footage showing the schoolboys assaulting him has since gone viral, prompting calls for justice. The 5 pupils are expected to make their first court appearance today in connection with the murder of Themane. The police's Vishnaidu says while the schoolboys are minors, with some aged 15 and 16 years old, they're facing a serious charge of murder. Naidu says they can't rule out the possibility of more arrests. The investigation found that it was a group of young people involved in the assault, so there might be more suspects. Police have warned those who embark on vigilantism or any acts that undermine the law will be dealt with. Hello and welcome back to Conversations with Nash. How heavy is that, guys? Ooh, so heavy. This whole week has been such a heavy week with like really heavy news stories. But this is the one that really caught my attention and obviously caught the country's attention at large when the hashtag Justice for Thoriso was trending from about the 26th of February, and it is still trending today. In actual fact, there is a march that was planned to take place at 7 a.m. today to sort of march for the justice of Thoriso. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me break it down for you. So let's just jump into it. On Saturday, the 23rd of February, schoolboys that attend a high school named Capricorn High School in Polokwane murdered Thoriso Themane over a cap. Guys, just let that sink in. Think about it. Thoriso Themane, a 28-year-old man, was murdered by 15 and 16-year-olds over a cap. Now, this is a story that is circulating on social media. This was brought to the fore because the students, after committing this heinous act, went on and recorded a video on the Monday, the 25th, when they returned to school, where one was interviewing the other, asking about the murder, and the other responded by saying nothing is going to happen to him because his father is in the police force. This is how the story was brought to the fore. This is how the police were able to connect the two incidents of a student or an adult that was found in the corner of a park, which is Flora Park, who was dead on Saturday afternoon, and this video of these kids who were saying that nothing is going to happen to them because their fathers are police officers. Guys, the story gets even worse, okay? A video also circulated on social media showing the boys dragging Themane to a street corner and leaving him there to die. I don't even know how I'm able to talk about this. It is insane that this is not some true crime documentary. It's insane that this is not some Hollywood movie. Incredibly insane. So what I wanted to talk about is really 3 things from the story. The first one being the idea that these kids have that they wouldn't be facing justice because their father, or well, the one child's father, is in the police force. The second one, which is really, did they kill someone over a cap? The third one is the idea that these kids would not be charged as adults, and my views on that. And then I think as like a okay, let's look into something else, I will look into celebrity presence around activism, around matters like this. This is something that also was very popular on Twitter, and I just want to give my thoughts on that. Okay, so let's go back to that first one. I mean, everyone was very upset when that video of that boy was circulated on Twitter, where he said that my father is in the police force, so therefore nothing is going to happen to me. Now, this is the reality. I mean, when I was growing up, I remember where there would be, students or peers of mine who would break the law, but because their mother is, an advocate or a judge or as part of the police force, we always knew that those people would get away with it. This is an insane problem. Hello? Like the fact that our justice system can be bought, or our justice system can have that much corruption that someone can walk free simply because their parents are part of that justice system is insane. So I rebuke that sentiment. I rebuke the idea that this child feels like that nothing is going to happen to him after taking somebody's life. Feels like nothing is going to happen to him because his father is part of the police force. Now, it's even interesting because it then came out that his father's not part of the police force anymore and is actually a retired police officer. His father did come up with a statement saying, these were just little kids who were doing things that they know nothing about. That was the statement. These were just naughty little boys. And in actual fact, that's exactly the word he used. He said, these were just naughty little boys who didn't know, who were getting involved in things that they don't understand. So you can sort of have a sense of what type of environment that home is when if you commit a murder and you kill someone, your father can just say that you were being naughty. Ridiculous. Guys, I don't even know I don't even know if I'm giving the story enough the weight that it has and the weight that it deserves. But I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted you guys to talk about it with me too. What are your thoughts on this? It's crazy. Okay? Alright, so that's the first part. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is the idea that these kids who apparently are part of a gang, and it has come out that gangsterism at Capricorn High School is an actual issue. These kids who are part of this gang killed Thoriso because he had apparently stolen one of their friend's caps. What? So you beat someone up and you kill them because they stole a cap? Now the story evolved, and it was found out that, or rather, a second version of the story where they say Themane might have stolen one of the kids' cell phones. Again, sorry, can't equate. Cell phone for life? No. It doesn't, that just doesn't happen. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think, that people have the 16-year-olds, 15 and 16-year-olds, have the, what do you even call it, evil in them to kill someone over a cap or even over a cell phone? Now listen, I understand that gangsterism is real. I understand that gangsters kill for much less. But these are 15 and 16-year-old kids who killed someone over a cap. And these are not gangsters that don't go to school. These are kids that go to school, that have parents, that have... I am baffled by the idea that this is something that happens. It's crazy. The next thing that I want to talk about is, of course, the idea of them not being charged as adults or not being trialed as adults. I definitely think that if you are able to take somebody else's life, then you're an adult. If you're able to make that conscious decision, you're not just a naughty little boy or a naughty little kid. You have decided to emancipate yourself from teenagehood. And you have decided to be an adult and make adult decisions. You therefore need to be trialed as an adult. If the state does not want to trial them as adults right now, the state can wait. Keep them in jail for 2 extra years or 3 extra years until they turn 18 and trial them as adults. These kids have shown no remorse. These kids have not shown that they were naughty little boys that didn't know what they were doing. The video of them actually having conversations about this, the next Monday, literally 2 days later, shows that these kids knew exactly what they were doing and are not shameful about it. So yes, I think they should be trialed as adults, and I think they should get a life sentence, never be able to see the sun again. That's my 2 cents on that. You can share with me what you think about this. Do you believe that because they're kids and they don't have the capacity to reason and they're not adults yet, that it is possible that they did not know what they were doing or did not understand the impact of what they had done, so therefore they should be trialed as teenagers or as children? Share your thoughts with me. My thoughts are clear. They should be trialed as adults and they should spend the rest of their life in jail. That's my 2 thoughts. The last thing that I want to talk about is, of course, the celebrity angle. So there is an account on Twitter that then tweeted and said, "I'm so disappointed with South African celebrities. Have you not seen how your Kim K's will rally behind a movement like this, like Justice for Thoriso? And South African celebrities have not tweeted anything. Nobody has said anything. Someone even tweeted and was like, yes, where's Nomzamo? Where's Paul Tusi? Where's Boiti? Where are these guys? Why are they not tweeting and rallying behind this movement that is for justice?" And my 2 cents on that is, you can't force advocacy, number one. You don't expect people to advocate for something if they truly don't. Number 2, people are involved in various forms of activism and advocacy and it is definitely their choice if they want to advocate for something or if they want to, rally behind something. So you know what, I don't fault them. Whatever. You want to, you don't want to, that's completely up to you. Yeah, I think that's my 2 cents on that, and I don't fault them. I do think that there is a lack of what is the word that I want to use? There is a lack of understanding your celebrity status to really affect change for your country. I think there is that lack. There's that lack on issues that are serious and issues that are not as serious. But I'm gonna leave that at that, and I'm gonna say, share with me your opinion on that. What do you think? Do you think celebrities should rally behind each and every single sort of movement and should have a voice? Or do you think it's up to them? Some movements you're going to agree with and some you're not. Some you're going to want to take part in and some you're not. I mean, a bigger thing is that it's now close to election season. A lot of these celebrities are going to be appointed, or they're going to be getting business from election parties, so they probably don't want to be stepping on anybody's toes. I mean, that's a little bit sinister, but yeah, like there's various things that you could think about where you'd be like, okay, that's why they're not doing anything. You don't want to jeopardize your money as a celebrity, so you'd rather not speak out on issues that might make political parties go, no, don't want to associate with that person, I'll rather give my money to so-and-so. So that's another reason that the celebrities might not be taking part. I do know that Casper Nyovest came out and was like, I know the reason why we don't take part in these things is because you South Africans, Jay, don't know what you want. 1 minute you want us to be taking part. When we do take part, then you have more things to say. I think that's childish. If you want to advocate for something, it shouldn't matter how anybody else is taking it. And there'll always be trolls. There'll always be people saying this, that, and the other. So that's not a real reason to not take part in something. Just because, oh no, if we say this, then you guys are gonna troll us and you guys are gonna be finding fault. But if we don't take part, then you're finding fault again. Whatever. We're too grown for that. If you want to take part in something, if you want to stand for something, stand for it. And it doesn't matter how many trolls are coming after you and saying this, that, or the other. So no to that, Casper, I don't agree with you. But I do know that Casper has been involved and has been, well, not involved, but has been sort of lending a voice to this issue. So thank you for that. But the first part, no babes. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm feeling like I'm extremely tired today. So I'm feeling like I'm very monotone and very like, you know, maybe I'm not as engaging as I usually am. But that's because I've had like a really long week. I've been away, traveling. And when I say traveling, I don't mean flights, guys. I mean buses and driving. And so it's been incredibly hectic. But thank you so much for tuning into Conversations with Nash. Actually, there's just one more thing that I wanted to talk about. And that was the neighbor who, when these boys were looking for Thoriso, and Thoriso had decided to find refuge in their home, decided that they were going to let the gangsters know exactly where Thoriso is so that they could go and, you know, beat him up some more. I mean, come on. What? Guys, tell me what you think about that. Like, if someone runs into your home, I don't know, maybe I'm being naive. If someone runs into your home and is bleeding and has been beaten up, and then the people that are running after that person, it's not the police, it's not authorities, it's people that are running after that person who you can clearly see are the people that have caused that person harm, come into your home as well and ask, where did this boy go? You just show them, oh yeah, no, around the corner, at the back there, that's where you're gonna find him. Hi, bo. No, come on. We need to be more Ubuntu needs to come into that situation. Or even if I'm Ubuntu, okay, you know, like just I don't know, just care about your next person, like just care about your neighbor. Like, in all honesty, I think that person should also be charged. Thank you, next. Alright, thank you so much for watching Conversations with Nash. I love you guys so much. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my videos. And I hope to see you guys watching the next one. Remember to watch my news roundup, which I did last week, where I was just talking about a whole bunch of different news. I did talk about syntax, and I spoke about syntax on gin. I was corrected by a friend of mine who told me that syntax on all spirits includes gin as well. So sorry, gin lovers. In actual fact, there is syntax on gin. But you know what? We love and we learn, and we move on. So thank you so much to Ukuhle for educating a sister. But that's why this platform exists, is so that we can all educate each other and we can all just like grow in knowledge and grow in the way that we think about the world and have different worldviews and really start having conversations. So thank you. I love you. Bye.